I will never forget one of the first Christmases as a dad. In fact, it was my very first one. I had some toys and things I had to put together, but I was pretty confident I could knock them out quickly. The last thing I had to do was put together a jumper for my son, and it seemed simple enough. I began to work with it, and slowly but surely it started to come together. That is, until I got stuck. I was almost to the end, but I could not find a certain part that had to go in to complete it. I looked and looked for it. Had I misplaced it? I didn't see where it was. I didn't see where it could go. So I was pretty perplexed. I would look at the manual, then I'd look back at the jumper, then I'd look back at the manual, then back at the jumper, and so on and so forth. I was about ready to give up. Finally, though, I saw the part that was needed had already been attached to the jumper, and after hours of confusion, I was able to finish it around 1 a.m. See, this was the problem with the Jewish people after Jesus came. They had the proper instruction manual, the whole Old Testament, as it pointed to Jesus for its fulfillment. All of it was written looking forward to the coming Messiah. Yet they tried to rely on their own works. They tried to rely on their own deeds to establish their own righteousness. They missed that Jesus was there all along, just like I was missing that piece right in front of me. Is this true for you? Are you working to try to earn God's favor? Are you trying to bridge that gap that sin created on your own? Or do you recognize and rely on Jesus, His finished work on the cross and His rising from the grave as your only hope for a life redeemed? Don't be like these people in Romans 10 who are missing the whole point of Jesus coming to earth. Grace and mercy, not works. Trust the Lord today. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.